Welcome back. We're coming to you from Ledyard Bank's New London branch. And joining me now is John O'Dowd, Senior Financial Advisor here. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you for having me.
Well, you're our perennial guest.
I hope to be. Yes, thank you.
Always great information from you. Let's start by talking a little bit about the unusual but wonderful situation that Ledyard Bank has its own financial advisor team.
You bet. So Ledyard Bank has its own wealth management division that is staffed with professionals providing both financial and investment advice. And you're right, what that is a little bit unique and increasingly unique as the world increasingly becomes more automated. So we actually answer our phones, we make house calls, and we know our clients as a result of that very well, which is important when we're thinking about managing somebody's assets. We want to make sure we're not doing that without understanding the client's needs comprehensively and what their personal situation is like as far as what goals they want to achieve over time.
Right. And it's great because you've gotten to know them oftentimes as a banking client, and then this is a next step.
That's exactly right. So it isn't just management of investments, not just financial advice. We want to make sure that if there's any retail or lending need, that we're also responding to that need directly as well.
Right. Let's go back a little bit what you mentioned about the world of automation.
Sure.
You can't pick up the phone and dial, 6 or 8 numbers anymore. You're pressing 1, you're pressing 19. That's exhausting.
Isn't it frustrating?
Yes,
yeah, we've all been there. You're absolutely right. So when we're thinking about automation, the financial service sector and the healthcare sector actually are the last 2 sectors in the economy that have been subject to automation. So our response is to double down on the personal service.
Yes.
It's incredibly important. And especially for people that are thinking about or approaching retirement, that one-on-one conversation really is important to make sure, again, that we understand what the client's needs are and we can provide expert advice in order to address those needs.
Yeah, it's great. That's the most, it's your money. You want to talk to somebody that you know and not somebody that's just picking up the phone because they're the number 10 customer service rep.
You bet.
No, I really like that.
That's exactly right. We understand that we are stewards. We make sure that we have that fiduciary standard in place. We are putting our clients before any interests of anybody else. We make sure that we're managing again towards what they want to accomplish with their own money.
That's great. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the stock market.
Wow, how much fun has this been, right?
It always is, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's sort of a little bit of deja vu because if you remember last year we were talking about the Fed and we still are talking about the Fed, whether they're going to increase rates or not. And so that hasn't changed. The Fed still is somewhat accommodative, but continuing to go in the direction of increasing rates. And when we think about the stock market, it's been in place for about 130 years, 22 U.S. presidents. We've gotten through it all. But along the way, there is volatility. There is that disruption that occurs. We can't avoid it. But what we can do is mitigate the risk regarding having that volatility being subject to our clients' money.
Yes.
And also that risk as it relates to any other gap that we've identified in a financial plan, in their income tax plan, in their estate plan. Those are all risks, and it's our responsibility in reference to making sure that we're providing a fiduciary level of standard to our clients, that we're addressing all those gaps and risks.
Yes. Oh, that's super. I love that because, as I say, leave it up to the experts. This is the most important thing you have is your money,
You bet.
Besides your family, and
You bet.
leave it up to the experts. Well, great. Well, we've got your information up on the screen.
Terrific.
Email, website, phone number. Phone is always great. And when they call, they can speak to someone like you or someone right in the wealth management department.
That's right. You never stop planning. And we work with our clients to make sure they have a number of plans in place to meet their goals. So they're living well and we're planning well.
Super. Well,
Thank
great.
you very
Thanks
much.
for your time again.
Great. I was happy to be here.
Thank you.